Music is everywhere in the world, from tribal villages to great cities, from commercial jingles to operas and rap. It is widespread in history as well as geography. Music sounds different, of course, depending on the culture. However, country music, pop, rap, etc. are all considered contemporary music. If you really think about it though, a lot of these music genres are fairly recent in history. For example, take pop or rap. They manage to sound so different, but they really all have very common building blocks. What's your favorite contemporary music? Or do you prefer Baroque music, which is most operas? Or let's say classical music, which is Mozart, Beethoven. I like almost any kind of music. I find it all pretty catchy. Not only are these all contemporary music, they're all built with variations of the same basic blocks, which are music notes. Music notes go from A through G. So you can have an A, a B, a C, a D, an E, an F, or a G. There's some different flavors, of course, known as sharps or flats. But they're all the same bass. So a singer and a piano, a guitar, flute, even a trombone, they all make music using the same notes, just in different arrangements. Things that change are duration and pitch. Pitch is how high a frequency of the note is or how low the frequency of the note is. The duration of a note is kind of mathematical. You'll have a whole note, you'll have half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, and so forth and so on. Cymbals and drums, though, are different. Drums use the symbols, the graphic representations of notes, to tell you when to hit a certain type of drum. They don't, however, have the A, B, C, D, E, F, G notations attached. Cymbals do something similar, but they add X's to the regular note shapes. So instead of the little circle at the end, you'll have either a circle with an X or just a little X with the stick. Almost everyone has heard of a bass drum. That's the big, heavy one. And the snare drum is the smaller one that usually gets hit very rapidly with those drumsticks. When it comes to cymbals, there's the hi-hat, and there's the crash cymbal, or clash, it depends. Marching bands, they use those when they're walking. Drums and cymbals are examples of percussion instruments. Surprisingly enough, a piano, even though it has a bunch of strings inside, is considered a percussion instrument because it's little hammers that hit each string that produce the sound. Other string instruments, true string instruments, are things like violins and cellos. Wind instruments are clarinets, flutes. As you can see, there's actually some logic to this. What really changes for them is the arrangement on a staff. And the staff is, think of it as 5 horizontal lines on a sheet of paper. So imagine a staff, 5 lines, and put these towards the top of the page. That would be considered a treble clef. Now if you do another 5 lines below, that would be a bass clef. Written music is what's known as sheet music. And again, this sheet music applies to pretty much anything you can think of that produces music. From singers to harpsichords, to piccolos, to violins. They all use sheet music. Studying how music is written and performed is known as music theory. You need to learn music theory if you want to learn how to write music or how to perform music. Or you can do both, singer-songwriters. So what we're going to do with this course is introduce you to the basics, the building blocks of all music. And then as you progress, you can decide what you want to do with these tools.